All right, everyone, let's break down some potential trades yesterday on gold using the DTG system, the DTG indicator. And of course, yesterday was the first of the month. I didn't take any trades yesterday. I took my trade here on Monday, 1 to 2 risk reward ratio trade, about 68 pips, and I'm done for the week, right? If I show you over here in my Discord, um, members are absolutely killing it right now. But if I show you my trade from Monday, this is it right here. And so I've made my profits for the week. I am happy, more than happy to just sit it out with the new monthly candle open and also with NFP and stuff this week. Um, I'm chilling, right? I don't need to take another trade. And this is the power of the DTG system and following it with consistency, with discipline, right? That's all you need to do with anything in life. If you want to start the gym, you have to be disciplined. You have to be consistent. Otherwise, 2 months after you start the gym, you're going to be slacking off. You're not going to be going to the gym and you're going to be thinking to yourself, damn, I wish I would have just stayed consistent with it, right? It's the hardest part about anything in life is consistency, is discipline. So if you have those, if you think you can be disciplined, if you think you can be consistent, um, then you need a system, you need a plan, right? And this is what I'll provide for you right here. So yesterday's trade, there were some opportunities here early on during the first trading window. Of course, with the new monthly candle open, gold just opened up. New monthly candle, boom, started moving to the upside, and it started moving into the weekly level right here, which is an area where we are looking for potential sell-offs on gold, and we're still kind of floating around that area right now. It's kind of bouncing back and forth. It's struggling a little bit here, deciding what it wants to do next. But we are actively looking for sell-offs once that we have now tapped into this area. But of course, first of all, we needed to get there. And yesterday, during the first window, there was clear direction, clear bullish direction built from the system. Step one is find direction, structure, momentum. That was bullish yesterday. Step two, build bullish confluence. There was 3 points of bullish confluence for this trade. And step three is to then find an entry, which was provided here by the DTG indicator. As we see right here, there was a buy signal. And from that point, I'm not sure why aren't they showing up? From that point, price moved to the upside. You did see a little bit of drawdown here with the trade management techniques, and again, part of the system, we have a full trade management plan, 6 or 7 different trade management techniques for when you're in drawdown and for when you're in profit, so you can always manage your trade, manage your risk, and have smaller losses, bigger wins. First, I just want to say I apologize if you're struggling to hear me. I'm a bit sick at the moment. I have lost my voice, so if I'm a bit quiet or you can't quite hear me, that is why. My throat is killing me right now, even to talk here. So, um, yeah, just wanted to make that clear. With the trade management techniques, there was a possibility here that you can move your stop loss up from it would have been around 55, 60 pips down to around about 25 pips. So you've pretty much cut that in half, maybe a little bit more than half. And from that point, price doesn't come back to the stop and just starts flying back to the upside. A little bit choppy, but eventually we come up and hit the 1 to 2 risk reward ratio for about 120 pips there. Um, and that was the setup yesterday. Following this bullish momentum, the structure, the candle closures, building then confluence, aligning with that direction, and then executing on a DTG indicator entry. That is the DTG system, right? It's a very simple system. It's very easy to follow once you understand. And if you are watching this video and you're just not quite understanding what I'm saying, like how did you get those key levels? What are all these lines on the chart? How do I know which is a invalid or a valid entry? You know, blah blah blah. Any question you have, there is an answer to it within the DTG Academy, within the course. So do not worry if you are looking at this feeling confused. And there's a lot going on here and you kind of get over information overload, you're feeling a little bit overwhelmed. That is completely normal. We break this all down for you step by step from the bottom, from beginner right up until advanced concepts, so you can go on that journey and you know start understanding everything we have right here, how we find liquidity, how we find our key levels, retracements, breakouts, trending, structure, direction, momentum, everything that we use within the system you will learn it, you will understand it, and you'll master it, and you'll be able to catch these setups with us, just like we had over here on Monday, 1 to 2 last week, 1 to 2, 1 to 2, 1 to 2. Maybe a losing trade here, break even or losing trade here, but then over here, 1 to 5, 1 to 2, 1 to 2, losing trade here. But you're seeing the results, you're seeing the system, you're seeing the levels, and you're thinking, I kind of fancy a little bit of that. If that is the case, then click the link down below. Right, there's going to be a link. You're going to go to the website. You're going to look at some more information, some reviews, some feedback, some results from members, and then you can see I'm talking to another member right here. I'm just going to get rid of that so it stops distracting us. But you're going to get access to everything from there. You can join us, start taking these setups with us. There's also another opportunity today. I'll quickly go over that. Don't worry about all these signals. Most of them are invalid. There was a signal right here. Okay. Now, once gold bounced off of this sell level, our weekly sell level, this big red zone right here, you can see it tapped into the mid range of it right there, which is this level coming across. Right, we tapped into that mid range. We started breaking down. We broke structure coming down, created a new low, came back. I thought it was going to grab liquidity from the SLSTF area. Didn't quite do that. Continued to sell off. Then we got a 15-minute sell signal aligning with our direction, aligned with confluence and bias. And that pushed down there. It's at 1 to 2. Boom, that pushed down into the DF zone. Again, don't worry if you don't know these zones. You're going to learn all this information, right? And from there, right, again, using our trade management technique right here with this bullish closure, you would have bought stops down, right? This is all part of the system. You would have bought stops down right here to around about 10 pips. So you've gone from you've gone from like a 50 pip stop loss to a 10 pip stop loss, right? So you've managed risk very well right there. And even if price is pushing down here and you're rejecting this key buy zone, you could potentially just move stops to full break even right then. Just get out of break even, or worst case scenario, you take a small 10 pip loss by giving it the chance to play out. Price comes up, takes you out, and you move on, right? You wait for the next setup, which is now we are waiting for key candle closures to see if we're going to get more confirmation to start taking more sells in here. Once we now we've had the rejection of the weekly zone, we're getting break of structure, we're getting bearish market structure, we're getting bearish candle closures, bearish confluence. So we're looking to see if we're going to continue to take shorts here today. And if you want to jump in on that, if you want to get in on that, like I said, click the link down below. Come and join us. Start learning these concepts. Plug in my trading system. Build discipline. Build consistency. And yeah, start reading the markets. Start taking these trades with us. I appreciate you guys for watching this video. Hopefully in the next one, my voice will be a little bit better. You'll be able to understand me a little bit better. But thank you guys for watching. Make sure you hit the like, subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.